Let's go.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the next episode of The Last of Us Part 2. We just finished having some snowball fight.
So, Jesse wants us to do the
Now we're
grid
here with
drills.
Ellie and Dina going out.
He's gonna relieve Joel and Tommy.
Oh, that's nice you assigned us together. You're gonna like this group.
Yeah, now we're gonna go out.
Girls.
Morning.
We're gonna go out on our patrol routes to make sure there's no infected, and we're gonna go make sure that
I'll bring him in.
Tommy and Joel come in okay.
Thank you.
I just love how much Jackson has just evolved as a community. Like, God, they just really came so far. Like, it really looks like a civil society could continue, and then this could be the way life should go on for people.
Look who's here.
Thanks. Come on. Hurry. Hey, Shimmer.
Oh, look who decided to join us.
Yeah.
One for you. And one for you. Open it up. Settle down, children. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes, mark your logbooks, clear any infected you see. You run into anything you can't handle, you come back. Be smart about it. All right. Get going.
Yeah.
The music is just, I just can't get over how great the soundtrack is in this game. And now, we have these characters. And when it comes to the story as well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to point out who the characters are for those who are first seeing this game. You're going to find out with me. Anything that has not been brought up in the sequel yet, as via the parts, I'm not going to bring up until we get to those parts. For those who have not seen this game yet. But a lot of people already know what happens, but I'm still going to keep it that way. Because it should be taken that way. So, I think it's just the best way to enjoy this game, even if you've already played it. And I'll talk about more what I think about these characters later in depth when we get to their part of the story.
Hey.
Hey. What were you dreaming about?
Was I talking?
You're doing your teeth grinding thing.
Where have you been?
Grab your gear. I want to show you something.
What?
Trust me. Come on. This way.
Alright, now we're back into the gameplay section a little bit. We still got a little bit of dialogue to go back and
You don't
forth.
want to do
but
this when the sun's out?
yeah.
And it's warmer?
No. Can't wait.
And you don't want to just tell me?
You need to see it.
What are you doing wandering around out here by yourself?
Been restless.
You too?
Feel like the farther south we go, the prettier it's gotten.
You want to keep going? Just drive all the way to Mexico?
I've thought about it.
I could see Manny's hometown.
Yeah, I don't see that living up to his stories somehow.
Yeah, no, probably not. You did all this in the dark?
Yes? Now come on.
We keep going like this, we're gonna be tired for today's trip.
It's not that far.
Hey, is Mel okay? She seemed out of it these past few days.
She'll be fine.
You stop being weird, you're freaking me out.
I'm not being weird.
It's like, you're being a little quiet there, man.
Are you breaking up with Mel?
What? No. You wish.
I've had my fill, thank you.
Ouch.
We can't all be as graceful as you.
Clearly.
What is that?
You'll be fine.
It's too high.
Come on.
Now, to be fair, this is a little tie up. I'd be a little nervous too,
Hey. Eyes on me.
especially if that happened.
Abby. Stop looking down.
Owen, do we have to go back this way?
Consider it an opportunity to work on your fears.
How about I work my foot up your ass?
Abby. Stop flirting.
So now we know that their names are Abby and Owen, which, like I said, I've already known because this is post-commentary and this is my second playthrough of the game, but still, I don't want to point out anything that happens before it happens on screen.
Does it?
We made it.
Holy shit. It's a fucking city.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson got huge.
Have you told anyone else?
Wanted you to see it first. Saw an armed patrol go from town to an outpost over there. A few more outposts in between. They have electricity, guns. It's a lot of people.
We can figure it out.
Okay. Assuming he's in there, how do we get to him?
We can corner one of the patrols and get confirmation, and then, I don't know, maybe find a way to lure him out.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure they'll be happy to offer that information up.
Well, then we make them.
Do you hear yourself?
Okay, what do you want to do? What is going on with you?
Mel's pregnant.
Oh. Okay.
It's not just that, though.
Should I say congrats?
When everyone else sees this, they're gonna want to turn back.
We can convince him, right? I fucking knew I couldn't count on you.
Abby, I want what you want, but not at any cost. Hey,
Don't.
see you back at the lodge.
Up until that moment where they were talking about finding somebody, it just seemed like they were just trying to find a way to get into Jackson and be a part of the community. But as soon as they were talking about cornering the patrols to find someone, assuming he was in there, quote unquote, I was like, okay, they're looking for somebody. And they want to either interrogate him, kill him, they want to do something. So, yeah. I was still really interested to see what the hell was going to happen.
I'll do the whole thing on my own.
And of course, Abby's character seems very, 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 like, wanting, like, non-stop, does not care what happens to find this person. And all I can say is I was pretty surprised when I saw what happened. And you guys will probably be as well if you have not seen this.
Look out. It's just a short hike.
And you do play as this character a little bit in the story, so my stats with her, like her weapons and everything, has been upgraded as well. So this character, Abby and Ellie, have their weapons and stuff already upgraded because it's New Game Plus. So there's going to be a little bit easier to shoot and fight some of the infected.
Shit.
It looks like some people escaped or they were running around and they froze. Don't really know what exactly happened here, but all we know is that there's just frozen bodies.
Oh shit.
Whew. Just the snow sound effects are just so realistic. It really sounds like that was a real body. It's like, ooh, just intense. And they're not all dead. Some of them are infected. The infected around Jackson look pretty cool when they're all just full of snow. And then this is going to be the other tutorial to showcase the fighting mechanics. Because even there's infected around here. It's just great to land a headshot because you want to save as many bullets as possible when it comes to the hard mode. So that's really the best thing you can do, is try to get headshots, or if anything, if you are really good at the hand-to-hand combat, then just try to fight them.
My shoulder.
And you'll notice right here, I just equip my health kit and just, start to use it to get the tutorial off the screen, but I don't use it because you want to save every little resource you possibly can when you get past the hard difficulty, because hard difficulty and up, shit gets pretty tough and it's intense, especially if you get to the areas where you can't find anything. And for those who are aware of Naughty Dog's accessibility when it comes to the difficulties on this game, hard game mode on Plus, I did not adjust anything. Everything is literally how it's supposed to be. So I'm playing the full hard difficulty on New Game Plus. Like, nothing has been changed or adjusted. Everything is literally the way that it's set to default. The only thing I did adjust in the menu was the auto pickup, because that's so nice to have. Because in the first game you were just so fine with picking up a million things, but in part 2 you kind of get tired of it because the environments are so huge. So I'm really glad that they added a lot of options that you can mess around with. So that was pretty awesome in my mind. This is easily Naughty Dog's most ambitious video game when it comes to changing around the settings, and you can basically do almost anything. Like, it's really awesome how much they added into here for the player to mess around with to make their Last of Us 2 experience the best that they can get. They did a great job with that, and I'll always have massive respect for that, because there's a lot of stuff in here that makes the accessibility a lot more worth it. So we got a couple of other regular infected runners. And then we're showcasing that we do have our listen mode back, of course, from the first game, which we already saw with Ellie. But both characters have it, so... And we do get upgrades later in the game to make the stealth kills a lot faster, which I appreciate, because the animations, especially when you're going after regular enemy soldiers, if you're taking too long to take a stealth kill, then you could be seen. So I appreciate the skill trees that you can unlock to make stealth faster. I really, really, really appreciate that. So, and a lot of the trophies I already did get. I'm like at a 65% trophy status for this game, and there's going to be about a few of them that pop up in the gameplay, because there's a few of them that were really obvious that I actually didn't get until later. So you're going to see some of them that I got later. One of them I actually got on a New Game Plus mode that I was doing before I started recording this, and then I deleted that save file and then went back and restarted to do it for the channel, for YouTube, for you guys. So, because I wanted to showcase this game on New Game Plus, because I thought playing on New Game Plus on a harder difficulty made it a lot more easy, and it did in some aspects, but there are some aspects that are just really, really, really tough, and I appreciate it because it makes it a lot more realistic. So yeah, the gameplay is so addicting in this game. Like, it's more addicting than the first game. The first game was really great gameplay, but this one, like, absolutely tops it. Like, this, they outdid themselves with the gameplay in part 2. It's the reason to go back and keep playing it, because the stealth and the weapons you use for both characters is amazing. I love the weapons that Ellie gets too. Like, it's just fantastic. I cannot wait to get to the stealth sections with you guys, because they're just phenomenal. Like, once we get out of Jackson, and then once we proceed on with the real climax of the story that happens probably in a couple parts from now, and we start going on our revenge story, then you're gonna see all the amazingly fun stealth areas that I was able to go through, and it was really, really satisfying to watch. Especially when you just walk through stealthing, it's just amazing. I love doing it. That's why I'm trying to be quiet and go through here, because I want to save as much as I possibly can with Abby's character too, because I said we do play as her in the main campaign a little bit. So I'm trying to just save all my resources as much as possible. That's just the one thing you want to try to do when it comes to the harder difficulties in this game. Because if you don't, you're going to get bit in the ass for it later, because you're going to have like nothing. That's also why I didn't use my med kit, because we got a few of those food bars that also give you more health. So I still have a med kit in case I get trampled on later. Because when it comes to The Last of Us, I really try to prioritize stealth as much as I can, but not to the point where it's like you know, taking me like 2 hours to go through one section. Like, I try to do stealth in a quick way, but to the point where I don't get like spotted. Like, I try to go Metal Gear Solid on the enemies that are around the environment on purpose to save resources and to make it more intense. Because when you do stuff loud, it can be intense, especially around a hard difficulty, because you can get shot really easily, or you can get attacked by something and you can lose like all your health in a few hits. So either way, stealth or loud is very intense, but it's way more satisfying to go through it stealthy, because you save your resources and then you can use them for a big firefight. Because there are some firefights that are automatic that you can't stealth through, and that's what you really want all your resources for. Especially a couple of the small boss fights we're going to get to in Ellie's story and in Abby's part of the campaign. There's sections that you need to really save your resources for. And like right here, I tried to get around both of these guys, but I couldn't figure out a strategy, so I got spotted. Which I had a feeling was going to happen, but it's not a huge deal, because it's just a couple bullets, and I got one bullet out of the zombie that I punched, so I only lost like 2 shots, so it wasn't a huge loss.
Weather's getting bad. Where's the road? Horse tracks. Where's the patrol?
And again, just watch this cutscene. Watch the horse's legs around the ice. Watch the hooves. Look at that. Look how real that is. It's just incredible. The attention to detail. This is why I say Naughty Dog is the Pixar of the gaming industry, because they have so much detail like that. It's just amazing how detailed their games are.
Come on. This way.
Right behind you.
So now we switch back to Ellie and Dina on their patrol.
You miss being with him?
With Jesse? No.
We've been together for so long.
Look, Jesse's great. I love his parents. They will always be family, but we were just on autopilot.
Hey, how come we never talked about this stuff?
I don't know. It didn't feel... You never really talked to me about Kat.
Yeah, 'cause there isn't much to talk about.
Yow.
I got the impression that you didn't really like her.
I don't care about her one way or the other.
Okay.
No, I think she's a talented artist. I've grown to like that tattoo of yours.
Well, that's so big of you.
And I think she wasn't right for you.
Interesting.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
You can tie Shimmer up here. Hey. You want to see something spectacular?
You're gonna point at your face, aren't you?
Nothing is that spectacular.
You're gonna point at your face, aren't you?
Brother.
Come on, stupid.
Oh, that's too funny. And even in small areas like this, with just casual interactions, there is stuff to find. You gotta peek around your environment, you'll find things. And we'll be able to find one of those when we come back through that area. I've always loved these more somber moments of these games. It's character building too.
What do you think of this view, huh?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, this route has its perks.
Where do we sign in?
Come on.
Fuck.
Sometimes I'll just find myself to just be like transfixed on just what the characters are looking at. The first game does that especially well. There's like only like 2 segments in this game that really have something kind of like this. That just combined with the music is just, it just feels like real
Who
life.
used to
It's
do this route
amazing.
with? Jesse?
Eugene.
Right.
So like right there's a little environment where you can
Eugene.
get stuff.
Man, he was funny.
Oh, yeah. Plus, he taught me about rewiring electronics and stuff. May we all be that sharp at 73.
May we all make it to 73.
And it's just telling you about when you collect items, you have to get a whole one in order to, you know, create the actual piece, like Molotov cocktail, health kit, arrows, like things like that. And there's an invisible wall there, even though she's opened the thing, but she has to finish
Through
it,
here.
which is funny. And she has to go first. You can test some things in this game, and it's pretty interesting what you'll find out. Especially the first one. These episodes definitely go by a lot faster than the Uncharted episodes because there's just... You just get so transfixed by the character acting, the story, like... You just get so transfixed by everything in Naughty Dog games. And this is where I think The Last of Us really exceeded more than Uncharted in a couple of ways because... The first Last of Us and Uncharted 3 and 4 had definitely showed a lot of maturity in Naughty Dog storytelling. So that's why I think I've always kind of leaned towards this franchise more than Uncharted being like the best of Naughty Dog.
Hey, I'm gonna guess this bong was Eugene's.
Huh. That's mine. He gave it to me.
Hey, do you have any on you, actually?
Oh, I wish. Eugene always had some on him.
Yeah, see, like right there, I'm not pushing triangle to grab those parts. They're just grabbing them for me automatically if I turn on the automatic pickup. But you still have to push triangle in order to pick up notes or artifacts, which makes sense. Because you could be in the middle of a dialogue conversation and then you pick up something and it cuts out the dialogue. So it makes sense why they did that. And then this is just showing you, you know, Dina and Eugene, Greg, Bonnie, all the people, what they've done. It shows like, hey, was there infected? Was there a clicker? Yeah, there's a clicker in the basement. All clear. Tommy and Joel all clear. Yeah, see, there's no infected. So it's just a patrol to make sure everything's fine. Because they were saying there's been more sightings of infected recently, and we haven't seen it yet. But there are a lot of infected closer now.
Town up ahead's our last stop. Take a look. There's a ski lodge. That's the one on Tommy and Joel's route.
That's the one.
I see a strip mall?
Oh, with the supermarket? No, town's past that.
There's the town. With the big tower thing?
Yep, that's where the next lookout is.
I can see a storm. Gonna have some good sledding tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Let's get back to the horses.
Yeah, I just get so transfixed by these characters. Like, these parts definitely go by a lot faster.
Were you wearing those same clothes yesterday?
They're clean.
No judgment.
It's patrol, you know. We're here to kill infected, not to look fancy.
Still look nice.
Thank you.
Another thing I tested is that you can actually go on the rope and then Dina will follow, or you can jump off the ledge and then she'll follow. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there's the end card for The Last of Us Part 2. Thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you all in the next episode of The Last of Us Part 2. For those of you who do not know, I am doing Uncharted Drake's Fortune on Facebook. You can find the link in the description below to the Facebook page, and you can check out, we're going on to episode 4 by the time you guys see this part. So thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you all on the next part. Goodbye.